Let's talk about three major changes that are happening with USCIS in 2025. And these are changes that have already taken place. So as more changes come down the pipeline, I'll make more videos to keep you guys up to date. So the first change that's going to really affect everyone who's applying for immigration benefits and who is not a citizen is the processing time delays. So there are a couple factors that are working in combination to really slow down immigration benefits for people. Right now, things are still pretty fast. I mean, I'm getting green card interviews for marriage-based green card applicants in 6 months. Naturalizations are still like 6 to 9 months, depending on the location. Historically speaking, these are really good processing times. But there are a couple things that are going to be slowing these processing times down now. And I wouldn't be surprised if green card applications I file now in like June 2025 are going to be taking 12 or more months before they're scheduled for an interview. One of the things is that a lot of USCIS officers are quitting. I mean, their jobs are really becoming hell. They're not allowed to work from home anymore. A lot of them are not able to get as much work done because they have to commute to the office. They're not being permitted to take overtime, even though USCIS is funded by user fees. It's not like the government or taxpayer is footing the bill for these immigration benefits. When you apply for a green card, you have to pay almost $1,500 just to file that one form. And if you file it with a family petition and a work permit application, you're paying $2,375 just for USCIS to process those applications and schedule an interview and give you the green card once your case is approved. These policies are clearly designed to reduce the USCIS workforce, and the ones who are quitting are not being replaced. And the purpose of all of this, in combination with additional requirements at the interviews, are causing massive slowdowns. First of all, every green card applicant now has an interview. This wasn't true a year ago. In fact, 80% of my marriage-based green card cases last year got approved in like 4 to 8 months without an interview. Now, everyone's being scheduled for an interview and the officers are required to ask you way more stuff at the interview. And it's all designed to slow all of the process down. Additionally, people who are processing cases like family-based petitions at the consulates abroad are also seeing processing delays. The staff at these consulates is being cut. Some of the consulates entirely are being closed. The Department of State, which manages these consulates, is experiencing reduced resources, less money to process these cases. So in combination, we're seeing a major slowdown in all immigration benefits. And I wouldn't be surprised if naturalization cases are also going to start taking forever as the government begins implementing extreme vetting, separating family units so that family units are no longer interviewed together, and just longer interviews where they issue more requests for evidence, all in an effort to slow down the flow of legal immigration into the United States and reduce the number of US citizens through naturalization. The second major change that's taking place is that some benefits that are denied by USCIS, for example, a green card application which gets denied, is gonna most likely get referred to immigration court. USCIS is going to refer the case to enforcement and removal operations of ICE, and then they are going to generate a notice to appear in immigration court. They're going to mail it to you or hand deliver it to you, and you're going to be placed into removal proceedings. And this is going to clog up the immigration court system and cause massive delays for people who are trying to defend themselves from removal from the United States, but also it's going to have a chilling effect on the number of people who apply for benefits for which they're entitled to. For example, I had a client recently who hired me to do her marriage-based green card, but it became clear that during the process we were going to need a waiver, where we were going to have to waive one of her grounds of inadmissibility. And after reviewing the case, I said, look, there's only like a 50% chance that this waiver is going to get approved. You paid us all this money to prepare this package. It's ready to go. I'm doing my final review before I mail it out. Are you sure you want to submit this? Because if this gets denied, you're going to get placed into removal proceedings. You're going to see like substantial legal expenses from that. And it's not guaranteed that we will prevail once you are in removal proceedings. So, we could file this now if you want us to continue. You already paid us to do this. Or we could hold off. I can give you like a partial refund, work with you, give you a discounted rate in the future, and we could hold off to see when is a better time to file this, hopefully at a time where the immigration policies have improved and the denial of a green card application doesn't automatically result in removal proceedings. And she ended up taking the offer and I gave her a partial refund, and we're putting her case on ice for now, holding it, waiting until immigration policies improve in the future before we submit the application. The final major change we've seen with USCIS is that they've openly said that they're going to begin monitoring people's social media, and not just people who are applying for permanent residence, but also people who are already permanent residents. I haven't actually seen anyone get placed into removal proceedings overtly because of social media, but you do see all these examples on the news of people who are placed into removal proceedings or detained by ICE for exercising their free speech. So whether or not they take that on a national level as a matter of policy is yet to be seen, but it is something I'm looking for and a change I expect to be implemented in the near future, if not already. All right, guys, that's the end of today's video. If you want to speak with me directly, you could always schedule a consultation. My information's in the video description below. If you want to learn more about changes to immigration policies under Trump, or just learn the ins and outs of family-based immigration, that's what I focus on. I handle cases nationwide, so be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time for another video.